Alright guys, so I think we're live. Let's see what's going on here. Let's check out YouTube. Hopefully we're good. Let's take a look. There we go. So we're live. Took a little bit longer than I expected. And let's see. So I do want to put this into my Discord channel here. Hey movie star, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. It's been a crazy day. I'm gonna let a couple more people hop on here, but yeah, it has been an absolute crazy day. We're starting classes up again here, literally on Monday. So I'm just trying to get ready for classes. Tomorrow I will not be having a live stream because of that. There's a lot of back to school meetings, so on and so forth for the clubs that I'm in. But we are getting ready. Good day, Ray Johnston. Nice to have you here. Thank you for hopping on to the live stream. I am doing well. Things have been busy. What's been going on? So, we got classes coming up on Monday for me, so it's just going to be wild. I just moved rooms around here, so you might see that it's a little bit, I don't know if you can see, but I'm moving stuff around. It's a little bit messy. We're getting there. But we're starting to get the hang of things. It's just going to be a little bit crazy. So tomorrow I will not have a live stream, but we will get rewards passed out by the end of the month for sure. So don't worry about that. Today we will have rewards. Hey, Wally, nice to have you here. Hey, Melissa, great to have you here. I did have a great week. Things are going well. It's just very busy right now, but it is so good to be here with everyone. So thank you guys so much for coming to the live stream. Really appreciate it. I actually haven't done like almost anything today on Facebook or web. I did pull up the Ascension article. We will look at that a little bit more in detail here on this stream. I did want to take a bit of a closer look at it. I had to also set up all the names for the wheel, right? Because we got to pick our random winners, one for Facebook, one for web. I also need to send Mr. Big his rewards from last week. Haven't done it quite yet. That just tells you how busy my week has been. But I didn't forget, I wrote down what the rewards are, and we will get those rewards. So thoughts on Ascension. We're going to get right into it. Okay, let's take a look. I'm just going to go over it for people who maybe are not in the loop on what it is in development. So this is coming to Facebook and web. It's going to be a new game mode. And here it says, Ascension will increase heroes' stats, while some heroes will even get their own certain skills improved. The game will have two types of Ascension, and basically here, it looks like there's kind of some interweaving to basically get more power for your hero. So if you're interested in the ascension of an individual hero, then you have to visit the Ascension Spire. In the Spire, you can choose any hero to increase their stats by enchanting Ascension symbols. So here you can see, right, you have to go in a certain order to be able to hit certain marks. So you would have to at least follow the very middle path to get to like health. This looks like more strength. And then you got like physical attack. But yeah, so it's looking like there's going to be a lot of more materials in. It looks like you're going to bring in a brand new almost way to strengthen heroes, which is going to be crazy. It's going to be good and bad at the same time. It's going to be good for those of us who really like new game modes, right? But it's also going to be bad because this is going to further promote pay-to-play type of gaming, in my opinion, just on a preliminary look. And it'll be very interesting because it seems like every time people get closer to completing a certain game mode, they promote a brand new one like Ascension, right? So last time I believe, a lot of people were getting close to absoluting Titans and getting that stuff maxed out. Then all of a sudden they added pets, and now that pets are getting closer to being maxed out, they're adding this Ascension. So it seems like they always have new content for everyone. Here, my thought on the tank: it is pure nonsense. Why? Cleaver, yeah, so a lot of people are, so Cleaver is going to be getting a rework, is my understanding, for some of his skills. But yeah, so it's a little bit wild. But anyway, okay, let's keep looking here. So each hero will have 5 Ascension ranks in total, which will unlock gradually. If we go on here, right, they're just kind of telling us a lot of the same thing here. Ascension for heroes with the same role. To increase stats of all heroes with a certain role, you will need to visit the Great Tree of Ascension in Asgard. I mean, basically all I'm seeing here is that there's going to be a lot of stuff that they're going to be focusing on to basically try to increase heroes and basically further separate people in terms of attack power and damage that you can do. As for how you're going to get the resources, I actually didn't read this part of this article, but I probably should have. Defeating henchmen. Oh, okay, I do remember this actually. I did read this before. So defeating henchmen, so I guess there's going to be a group battle kind of similar to, I don't know if anyone plays mobile, but the Hydra, maybe something like that. But it will be very, very interesting. I just think it's an interesting game mode. I don't know if I really love it yet, because I mean, again, I think I see the benefit in that there's more to do in the game, but I see it as a con as also there's more to do in the game. Plus, you know, it's going to just further separate pay to play versus free to play and those who are just having fun. So, pros and cons for sure. I like the game mode, but why do they have to choose Cleaver for the tank first? I think that's a great question. I don't know why they decided to do that. I think maybe it's because not everyone has Cleaver. So, first heroes whose skills can be upgraded will be Thea, Cleaver, Artemis, Kai, Qingmao, Nebula, and Darkstar. Why Cleaver as the tank? I'm guessing that they just want to promote those players who have had, you know, Cleaver for a long time. My guess, honestly, is the reason they're going to rework, well, they're saying they're going to rework Cleaver on mobile as well, and part of that is because Cleaver hasn't really been touched since he's been introduced to the game, and a lot of people don't always have him, so maybe they're trying to promote people to try to get Cleaver, and so to promote some spending that way. Also, apologies, I'm going to be drinking a little bit of my Mighty Slushy here, my Icy. But yeah, so very interesting choices here. I don't really like Thea, don't love Artemis, don't love Kai. I do like Qingmao a lot, and Nebula. Darkstar's okay. I like Darkstar a lot more on mobile. But yeah, out of these options, I mean, there's not a lot of, I mean, it's like half and half for me. I mean, obviously Cleaver's a good hero to have, but I think it's interesting that they chose him as the tank as well. I don't necessarily love that either. But I completely understand everyone's frustration with that because not everyone has Cleaver. Hey, Incognito, nice to have you here. Yeah, no, I hear you. Hey, Mr. Big, I was just saying I need to give you those rewards for web. Haven't done it just yet, but we will do it on the live stream. Yes, thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up button and you know, liking the video while you guys are coming in. Definitely appreciate it. Asani here says, right, Wally, they should have chosen Galahad. He is the face of the game. Yeah, I think they would have been better off kind of going with the core heroes that they had. Just going with the ones that they started with. I mean, Artemis they can keep, Thea they can keep. But if they go with Galahad, and then they go with maybe some other, like, you know, more preliminary heroes that everyone has that are universal, as opposed to some of these other options, I think they would have been better off. I agree with you guys. Yeah, they could have chosen Astaroth as well. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's a very interesting choice that they go with Cleaver. I don't know why they decided to do that, but it looks like eventually they will be implementing everyone, so I'm not too worried about it, but it does kind of stink, right, that it's not, you know, we don't get all the good options right away. So I understand your guys' pain, but it's interesting. I'm curious to see how it'll turn out. I'm still also very curious to see what happens with the placement of the Ascension. Will that be, you know, I guess they could remove the Heart of Power again. I'm not really sure where they're going to put it yet, but it'll be an interesting one. Artemis and Thea, yeah, especially for free to players. Yeah, no, I'm okay with it. I'm just saying I don't use them, so for me it's not very helpful. But yeah, is the Rarity Fair worth spending on or spending on the energy? So here's where I stand with Rarity Fair. I think the Rarity Fair is not worth it if your heroes are less than red. So red is probably kind of the cutoff. Orange +3, orange +4 is the lowest I would ever go to spend emeralds. Of course, that means that you need to spend a lot of emeralds. But I typically don't like to upgrade that much unless it's like, you know, just a singular item. Just because I feel like some of the, you know, cheaper ones you can easily farm, you know, one or two times and you can get them, right? So you go from gray to blue a lot easier. You don't really need to spend emeralds in that situation, but the higher up you go, I definitely understand why you might want to do it, because the energy output that you would need, especially for some of these bigger items, is going to be very crazy. So I think it depends, Mr. Big. It depends on where you're at with your heroes. And personally, I found that the balance right around 3-4, I consider it. And then anything above, red or higher, I definitely think about it. But it just depends on the situation, because it uses a lot of energy to farm these items, right? So, okay, let me do a couple of runs here because I haven't done anything in game. So I'm working on Aurora a little bit here in terms of building items. So I'm going to try to get a couple items here, and it looks like we might be able to create that particular item. And of course, as we talk about Rarity Fair, it pops up because we just did a little bit of rating, right? So there we go. We're going to build this staff of neutralization, adding some magic penetration for Aurora there. But Aurora will be the next tank I'm working on. My current team is complete in terms of items. You can see Astral, Sebastian, Faceless, Kark, and Isaac, right? And so Faceless is, I think we're done. Oh no, we still are working on the magic penetration glyph here. I won't be able to get it all the way, but that's okay. We're working on that. We did complete the health glyph, and so we are just slowly powering up our team here. I think Astaroth is completely done. Sebastian's completely done, as is Kark. We're working right now also on Isaac and the skin. The glyphs are going to come a little bit later after we're done with Faceless. And then now I'm going back to Astaroth. Okay. On my web, I would have just Thea, and Facebook, I would have Qingmao and side account Nebula. Yeah, so okay, that's good that you have some of those options. But yeah, I do think that Galahad would have been, and I know Asani mentioned this, as did a couple other people, but I think Galahad just would have made a lot more sense, personally. Hi, Kim Tay, nice to have you here. Thank you for hopping on to the live stream. But yeah, right now we just started talking about Ascension. Kind of think, there's a lot of pros and cons. We don't love the fact that Cleaver is one of the first ones because it doesn't seem as universally used of a hero. I think there's some good points made. Galahad does seem to be a good tank. Also, the face of the game for the most part. Just would have made more sense a little bit, I think, to start with Galahad. Can you show me some costs and Rarity? Absolutely, we can look at some costs and Rarity. So you can see here that, Martha, for example, right, to get her to red +1 from red would cost about 40,000. But if we look at the discount here, it would have cost a lot more, right? So 60% off. But if you go down to, like, let's say my weakest here is Kai. I'm not going to spend 2,000 emeralds to promote Kai to Violet +2. I mean, the most difficult item that we have here is the Elephant Guard. Other than that, you got the Sage's Crown. That is a pretty easily farmed item. The Sage's Crown, and then you got the Magic Hat, and we have that is not a Sage's Crown. That is a different item. Right, and you can see here, I even have this item. So the most difficult item I can just put on there, right? We got the Pastor's Seal. That's the one that I was talking about. So just by putting that one item on will significantly, 2,100 to 960. So that one item, right, makes it completely different in terms of the price. So you can see, 2,400, 960. I mean, it doesn't seem like that good of a deal. So I think that the higher ones make more sense. They're harder to farm. I think Yasmin is probably not quite ready yet. But, when we're looking at Lars, getting him to red is going to cost me 28,000. I would consider it. I'm not going to do it here right now, but for sure. So Kim Tate, we were talking about Ascension, which is a new game mode, right? So coming to Facebook and web eventually. Basically, it's going to be another way to strengthen your heroes, and there's going to be new enchants. Basically, physical attack. Basically promoting other heroes that you have and making them even stronger. It's almost like a side glyph, I would call it. But basically it just means more items, more power-ups, making your heroes stronger. So I said it would be cool because it's nice to have a new game mode, but at the same time it's going to be annoying because it's a new game mode. And then also the fact that, this is going to definitely favor players who are pay to win, unfortunately. So those are a couple cons I see, as well as, the pros. It's a new game mode, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Plus, you can make your heroes stronger. So might have been idle too long on my Facebook account here, but that's kind of what we were talking about with the Ascension. They are starting out with a couple heroes, and the heroes that they're starting out with are going to be Thea, Cleaver, Artemis, Kai, Qingmao, Nebula, and Darkstar. So those are new heroes. Well, not new heroes, but heroes that they're going to have with this new Ascension piece coming out first to them. And we're just kind of like, why didn't they start out with Galahad? Might have made more sense than Cleaver, right? Since Cleaver is a more difficult hero to acquire, very rare in the heroic chest, right? So definitely something there. So yeah, going back to the Rarity Fair, so that's kind of what we're looking at. I'm just gonna have to refresh my page here because it thought that I was stalling a little bit too long, and that's okay. Hi there, Renee. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Oh, Team Galahad. Okay, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, gold spending, definitely. But I do think, again, it's just going to be promoting specific players to basically try to induce them to spend a little bit more. That's kind of my take on what I'm seeing so far of the Ascension promotion and everything like that. So yeah, that's what we got there. We're going to send some friendship tokens here. We're going to claim a bunch of rewards. I have not even started my airship run. Need to do that right now. I also have been improving my Titans, which is good. And I am getting closer to having some stronger pets, which I'm really looking forward to. Also, tomorrow's live stream, I will not be able to do it, unfortunately, due to some other class and school related commitments that I have this week. Unfortunately, I'm hoping to pick it back up next weekend for Saturday and Sunday. But this week, it's just going to be a Saturday stream, which is today. That's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Right now, I mean, I'm starting classes on Monday. I'm sure some of you other people are, some other guys are also starting very, very soon. So, it's going to be crazy, and it's interesting. So we will be in actual classrooms this particular semester. We're going to try to. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see how it goes. So Rarity Fair is something that pops up after you basically raid or complete some quests in campaign. After that, you'll notice occasionally Rarity Fair will pop up. It can come to you at any level, at any point. And so basically Rarity Fair is just a way for you to promote your heroes, right, to a newer rank by spending emeralds. I'm not going to spend any emeralds on this, but it's one way you can go about it. So yeah, I mean, you can just spend emeralds. You don't necessarily have to buy emeralds to do that. But yeah, it's definitely not necessarily the most ideal situation for, everyone. Okay, so we got 200 energy to claim, 100 more. The event, it has one more day on it, which is nice. Lord of the Arena. Also, if I haven't mentioned this and you're a mobile player, I made a video on this before, but there will be skins coming to mobile for Titans. It's going to be a lot of work. Just a heads up, another merchant shop will be available. Basically, it'll just be right here in this merchant, right? This is where the new merchant will be for Hero Wars mobile players when they implement the new dungeon. So on mobile, there's a new dungeon. They're getting rid of hero fights for mobile, and now they're adding more gold incentives every time you pass a 10 level dungeon, basically. So after you clear 10 levels in the dungeon, you basically get more gold than you would have. So that is a mobile update that is coming very, very soon. Just thought I'd mention that in case anyone who's watching this now or watching the replay is a mobile player. All right, so there's that. We've got our updates for right now. We're also let's go back to Aurora here. Let's see, what can we try to create? Let's try to create some of this right here. It is the, what's it called? The Sphere of Power recipe. So we got a couple right there, which is nice. Hi there, Erico. Nice to have you here. Thank you for coming to the live stream. Yes, thank you, Incognito. I will be careful. We will be masking up. I mean, I am fully vaxxed and everything like that, but we're still going to be socially distanced in the classroom, so we'll be more than 6 feet apart. We'll still be wearing masks just for extra safety, and we're going to try to do everything we can. I mean, everyone's going to be vaxxed in the classroom, where everyone should be, and so we're going to try to go from there. Jay, test this team out. Okay, let's test it out. So Sonny here wants us to test out a team. So team was what? Let's see. Team was Isaac, Aurora, Celeste Sebastian, and Martha. So this is a lot of healing on this team. Okay. So I would probably look to counter with maybe someone like... I would definitely have Cornelius on this team. Let's find old man Cornelius, the sage, the old wizard. Let's see who else we got. I would probably use Rufus. Maybe even Anvari. Could use Yasmin as well. Then I'd probably want like Martha or something like that. See how this goes. It's just an unconventional team, but we can test it out and see how that goes. For me, I surely will go for the warrior role, as I got Kark and Yasmin well upgraded when the new game mode arrives. That makes perfect sense, Renee. It works perfectly with your team. Both of your attackers, right? Doesn't definitely makes sense. So I definitely think that makes sense, Renee. And I think I might do the same thing because I do use Kark a lot, and eventually I will be looking at Yasmin. Okay, so a team from Misty. Okay, she always has interesting builds. She really likes Aurora. I think Aurora's a good hero, but I also think that it's just a matter of time before other heroes catch up. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting build, but I think that she relies a little too heavily on Aurora. There's a lot of teams that can counter this type of a team here. I mean, look, she knows a lot about Aurora and how to use Aurora specifically. But there's always going to be builds that are going to easily counter whatever you're trying to fight. So I really like looking at all the counters. I don't use any one specific hero. So here you can see complete domination from this team, defeating it. It's a little unconventional, but once you get to a certain level, you have almost all the heroes at your disposal. So that's one way we can take down this team here, right? The biggest factor is taking out Celeste. And this doesn't include pets. So pets, you would probably just want King Biscuit if you're on the left side team, right, to prevent the healing for the right side team, because there's just so much healing here. And there's not a whole lot this team can do, right, because it's all magic-based attack. So they really can't take out Rufus very easily, right? You're basically relying on Aurora to have her basic attack hit. So this is just one way that you can kind of easily counter this particular team. I'm sure there's a bunch of other options as well. That was just one that immediately came to mind. I think Dante would also slay this kind of a team. You could probably counter with your own Aurora, Dante. I would probably put in Heidi here if we're trying to get a little fancy. Maybe put in Nebula, and I would probably consider. I would put in like Isaac. I think this team would also do very well, but we can see what's going to happen here. I think the biggest factor is just Celeste, right? So if we can get rid of Celeste, I think we will be looking very, very good. Obviously, Isaac there, silencing everyone there. We took out Celeste, and now I kind of think it's all downhill for this Aurora team, right? So there's a lot of ways you can kind of counter this team. I mean, granted, she's right. Aurora's a really good hero, and she relies on Aurora a lot, but I think that's also a very dangerous game to play when you rely so heavily on Aurora to be your offensive attack. If someone can easily target with a hero that's the crux, which is Celeste, on this particular team, this team's in trouble. So just throwing that out there. Those are just two examples I thought of right off the bat that would counter this particular team. Of course, this team's going to be great against a lot of magic attack based teams, which is great. But magic attack teams are pretty much nullified by Isaac himself. You don't really need to tack on this many heroes in this particular manner. It doesn't really quite make sense to me. It's not the most balanced team, but this is just a couple counters that I thought of right off the bat. We're 2 for 2 right now with victories, so just a couple of things there. Yes, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate you guys hitting that thumbs up button. Yeah, Misty does have great content. I'm a big fan. I definitely like a lot of what she does. I do think that there's more to Hero Wars than just one hero, but I love supporting everyone, and I think everyone's doing a great job with their content. So there's that. Um, I have a question. I can't get more than 110 Titanite. Is there any way I can get more because all my Titans die so fast? Yes. So one solution, Kim, is to not take the card. So you know how we have cards here, right? So I would only use these not Lamort cards, divination cards. I'd only use them when I'm fighting against a hero fight. When you're fighting in the dungeon, don't use these oracle cards. Don't use the divination cards. Fight on your own. You're gonna sustain a lot less damage if you fight on your own. Right here, let me back up. So the amount of damage I would have sustained, as you can see, well, it's not much, but it sustained a little bit of damage here. I think we can sustain even less damage if I battle myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the fight a little bit here. We took some damage, right? We're taking some damage. Oh no. Oh no. But here we go. Now we got our shield up, and now I don't think we're going to sustain any more damage. We can go ahead and just have all our skills go off. Perfectly fine with that. Yeah, so one way to go about it is just to make sure that you battle each Titan fight on your own. It will help you prolong your Titans and help them last a lot longer in the dungeon. Just my opinion. So I would say if you're not already doing that, try that and see how that goes. We switched from my guild is rank 1 on server. We did a server merge recently, so we have only reached Silver League for next week, but we ended as number 1. Congratulations, Renee. That's awesome. Congratulations. Mr. Figure says they are terrible. Hi, Waka. Nice to have you here. Thank you for coming to the live stream. I appreciate it. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, I would appreciate it. It really helps with my numbers here. Yeah, I would definitely try, using the Oracle or Divination cards on the hero fights, and then fight your Titan fights on your own. It'll help your Titans fight last a little bit longer. Big changes coming in our guild server. Lots of gold players have moved to another server, so the silver teams will look like moving up. Yeah, there's a lot of movement right now in Hero Wars. Obviously, with COVID, we had a lot more players playing, and then obviously now we got people going back to work, schools coming up, a lot of different things coming up in the real world, right? So in real life, so you never know what's going on with games, server merges. It is absolutely crazy right now, guys. So I hope everyone's staying safe, obviously, and also enjoying the game as much as you can, because it's good to kind of have an escape from everything that's going on and everything that's wild right now out there. What does it mean when your energy is red? Does that mean you have too much? Yes. So when your energy is red, that means you cannot basically gain any. So I don't know if you can see here in the top right hand corner, it says energy, and it says 8 out of 190. So 190 is the max cap I can get on energy. Anything above 190, I will stop regenerating energy, right? So I want to get as much free energy as possible. So I want to basically have my energy under the max amount if I can, right? That's not always possible, but sometimes it is. Here I got 100 eggs that I wanted to actually open on stream here. And I was waiting for this live stream, so I'm going to do it right here. And after this, I will be doing the lucky winners, and then I'll hop over to web. Just a shorter stream today because of some time constraints, but I'm glad you guys were all able to come. We got some Albus Soulstones there. Really looking for Oliver and Merlin, I believe, are the two that I'm still working on, but that is kind of what is going on. Yes, Renee, so soon summer will be over and everyone gets a little less time to play. Yeah, that's true. Hey Jay, battle that team again, and I just beat it using Corvus, Morgan, Dante, Sebastian, and Leanne. Absolutely, we'll try that out right now. Let's see. So Dante, Corvus, Morgan, Sebastian, and Leanne. My problem with a lot of, the other thing is I've seen a lot of false advertising of Leanne and how crazy good she is. She can beat a whole team with one, just herself. But everyone's patroning her with another, pet. Plus, they're using a pet, so that's not a solo. That's not a solo battle. A solo battle is where the hero has no patronage, has no pet in the background. That is a solo fight. So anyone who's telling you that, oh wow, Leanne's soloing an entire team with no patronage and no pet, that is an actual solo. So if you see someone who's, we got timed out right there. If you see someone promoting, a matchup where basically they soloed a team with Leanne and they had patronage, it's not a solo. It's just not. Because you're giving bonus stats to a hero. So it is no longer a solo because you have support. Erica, that would be awesome. Unfortunately, you can't go to a backwards server when you're playing. So I'm on server 35. I can't hop to a server after 35, unfortunately, because this is where I started my account. So I can't, but I am still building on my Titans here. I just finished Sigurd's skins, right? So I just finished these guys, and the next step will be Nova, I guess. I'm going to try to collect a couple after I do the rest of these pet eggs summonings. Hey Gail, nice to have you here. Do you think there will be a good event next weekend? I think that we will have a good event next weekend. I don't know what it is just yet. I'll let you know as soon as I know. But I think it's been a while since we've had... I think it's been a while since we've even had like a hero artifact event. It feels like it's been a minute. So we might have that coming up. And then I think, in 2 or 3 weeks we may see a pet event. I don't know. I'm just guessing out loud here. But August, September, yeah. So we're still 2 months away from Halloween, right? Because Halloween's in October. And that's a huge event for Hero Wars. I really like that. That's probably one of my favorite events. And usually right before that, we get a brand new hero. I think Tristan's coming to the game. It's just a matter of time. I've been saying for a long time that we get a new pet. Biscuit came finally recently. So I think it's just a matter of time before we get Tristan coming to Facebook. He's already on mobile, Facebook and web, right? But he's already on mobile. Just a matter of time for the new hero Tristan to be coming over. But yeah, Gail, I'm not sure what event will come just yet. But as soon as I know, I will try to put it on my Discord, and I will also be putting it in my YouTube channel, basically in that area over there. So let's go ahead, and I said I was gonna do some spins. Let's do some spins. Let's start with the Facebook one because I still have Facebook open right now. So Saturday spins. I'm hoping everyone has some good luck here, but I do. Obviously I tried to put everyone in. There's a little bit of an inconsistency in terms of how I put them in, but I just try to put them in all as fast as possible, if I'm being honest. And let's see what happens here. I'm hoping that you guys have some good luck, and let's see how this goes. So best of luck. Let's see who ends up winning. So Guitar is the winner. Congratulations. I actually know who that is. I've seen her comment on a bunch. I think it's a her. I've seen them comment on a lot of my videos. So let's see here. I don't know if they're here on this live stream, but I will message them on YouTube, actually. Let's go ahead and do that right now. And let's go to our channel. And let's go to manage videos. Comments will be the next area here. Comments, and then we need to find Guitar, and let's make sure. So Facebook, yep. Congrats, you've been chosen by the Wheel of Fate. Which reward would you like? And you can see that they're subbed to my channel, right, for more than a year. So, well deserved. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you to everyone here for your guys' support. I wouldn't be in this situation without you guys. So I really, really thank you guys. It means a lot. But congratulations to Guitar again. And now I'm actually going to pick a web winner. So glad we finally got it figured out to where now we have web rewards as well. Web players have been long overdue in terms of having this kind of reward. And it's tough because I know a lot of players don't play rewards who are content creators, right? So I'm not sure how many players do, but I know like Hero War Central, Charlie, he doesn't play web right now, at least not that I know of. I don't believe, Misty does. I don't believe Coco does. I don't believe pretty much anyone does other than myself right now. So definitely glad that I made that web account so we could do these rewards. So with that being said, let's go ahead and spin the wheel. And so the web winner is Asani Daily. I think, was Asani here today? Yeah, Asani's here. Congratulations, Asani. Let me hop on to web right now and we will get you set up with those rewards. So congratulations, Asani. Glad that you're here on the live stream. And hey, you know what? I saw you congratulating Guitar. Now I guess it's your turn. Congratulations, Asani. Let me hop on to my web account. I do need to send the first one to Mr. Big here. I think, did I already send it to you, Mr. Big, or did I not? Let me double check here. I don't know if I did. But yes, Asani, which reward would you like? We got 3 options for you here. We got 5,000 skin stones. It's in 500 chests. They're all smaller. So there's 5,000 total skin stones. We also have this option here where it's 30 artifact chest keys, 10 pet summoning eggs, 30 summoning spheres, and we also have the 5 bottled energy, 500k gold, and 3 portal charges. So let me know your thoughts. And Mr. Big, I did not send it just yet, so I definitely need to do that. We're going to do it right now. So we definitely still have all the rewards, but Mr. Big wanted, not this one, oops. He wanted the summoning keys, eggs, and the eggs, right? Just double checking. Mr. Big, is this the one that you wanted? Did you want this 30 key, 10 egg, 30 summoning sphere one? And Asani, which one did you want? You let me know which one you want. If it's the 30 key artifact chest keys, 10 pet summoning eggs, 30 summoning spheres, or if you want the bottled energy, gold, and portal charge, or you want the 5,000 skin stones. You want the second box. So is the second box this one? Just want to confirm with you here. Yes, I know it is. It is. Okay, so Asani, do you want this one or the one with the keys? Okay, so you want this one here. Congratulations again, Asani. I'm going to copy your ID here, and we're going to make sure that you get these right now. Hopefully. There we go. Send Kurama, aka Naruto's Inner Demon Fox. Makes sense. Excellent name. Great choice. And now we're going to send this one to Mr. Big here as well, because he was a winner last week. So fantastic. We're going to send this one to Mr. Big right now. Mr. Big, can you double... Well, maybe I just have an old ID. I know there was a server merge. So let me see if I just have the wrong ID. Let's see. Maybe I can find in here. Mr. Big. Oh, oops. Nope. Didn't mean to do it that way. I wonder if... Okay, control find Mr. Big. Nope, Big. There we go. 7982743. Let's see. There we go. Dr. Doom with a K. Interesting name, but there you go. I think I sent the right one. So now we still have 3 5,000 chests for the future. We also have 3 of these bottled energy, gold, and portal charges available. I'm going to do a couple of these quests here. I need to basically just start my airship. I haven't had a chance to really play too much on web just yet, but we will be getting back into the swing of things on web. Again, real life has just been crazy. Tomorrow I will sadly not be doing a live stream, unfortunately, just due to some time constraints and prior commitments. But congratulations to our winners. Congratulations to Mr. Big again for last week winning. Congratulations to Guitar. I will make sure that she gets those rewards. And congratulations to Asani. Thank you so much for your guys' support. I hope you guys enjoy the gifts. They should be in your mail now. Thank you guys again for your support. I will be ending the live stream right here, but thank you so much, and I will see you guys in Dominion. You guys are the best.